Hey everybody, for my Herzing Talks, I will be using poverty as my issue. In today's society, poverty is at an all-time high due to how the economy is and how poverty is a never-ending cycle between families and generations after that. It affects children, it affects parents, it affects elders, it affects everybody down the road because it is more likely that they will continue that cycle because it's all they know, and survival is the key idea with people in poverty. People in poverty are one paycheck away from losing everything, and as someone who is in poverty, when I lived in another city, I was always one paycheck away from losing my apartment because I could barely scrape by. I had to pick whether I was going to have food, whether I was going to have electricity, whether I was going to have a roof over my head. It was some tough decisions because what I was making was not enough to keep it above my head. I struggled with affording insurance for my vehicle. I struggled with going into debt because I couldn't afford health care insurance. So being in going to the hospital was out of the question. Learning about that, minorities are also more likely to be in poverty, as Native Americans being the highest percentage compared to white people, followed by blacks and Hispanics. Knowing that, it just shows that there is a lot of racial biasness in our economy and that there is a lot of racist people, because even though we are all equal, doesn't mean we're equal. White people are still having the lowest rate of poverty because people are more likely to assist a white person over a black person with, say, with assistance like food stamps, Medicare, Medicaid, HUD, Section 8, stuff like that. There's always that view that black people or any other minority race is viewed as tedious, troublesome, and always causing crimes, which is also a key factor in society, because once you're in poverty, you're more likely to have more abuse, lack of health care, your needs not being met, so you're more likely to die at a younger age. You're also more likely to lose everything, as stated earlier. It just goes to show in today's modern society, poverty is rising because rates of wages also cannot keep up with the standards of living. So, as stated earlier, Americans are one paycheck away from losing everything, and it needs to change, and we are the voices.